Well, 4 for 3. These Echo Slams. Fade has just been phenomenal on his Earthshaker this game. Catching the support duo a couple times in a row. That one was even bigger, catching the Void in it as well. And even though OpTic kind of cut their losses a bit there in the end with the Visage, it's still their key farmers. The Void and the Raze are the heroes that need farm. Visage is in a great place. You'd much rather the farm and the heroes surviving the fight be those carries.
He went for the Aeon Disc build too, which is kind of cool.
On the Visage.
Yeah.
Yep. Wants to just stay alive, you know, you get Lasso. He's probably the main Lasso target, him and I guess him and or the Void, but he's the one standing in front while Void kind of comes in later, so wants to just be able to survive a potential Lasso. This scenario maybe even deter a Lasso with the now completed.
31 minutes in, Roshan respawning in 15 seconds. Is he going to pick up that Arcane Rune and then bounce out of there?
I see a very level 25 on Visage too, which is the 4th familiar. Definitely a lineup that doesn't have like amazing ways of dealing with the birds. The Earthshaker with AoE stuns can help control them, but not like there's like the Gyrocopter-esque hero in the game. One of those things where those birds ready, you have to stun them and just run away or kill them off.
Another smoke up now.
Roshan take the DDC kill.
That's an easy one for them, although they get the ward down now, and we'll be able to find the Lion. So he goes down, Roshan there.
No buyback on Lion, which matters in these games. Often you'll see supports just throw a buyback out in this kind of a scenario.
Meanwhile, the Earthshaker moving in yet again. They do have a Echo Slam available if they wanted to use it. They have that Shadow Blade out. The chase, though, they found themselves the Bat Rider still in the Roche pit. They're looking for the opening. The Echo Slam, it comes out, but Pycat gets the Aegis, and they are going to try and turn this now as they got the Sylar Weaver Iceland caught there in the shards as well. They drop the time lapse. He curls the team. Oh, that's the worst 3-man chrono you'll ever see. Is VGJ.Thunder trying back out now. Sylar still in some trouble there, though. He gets the other side of it, and well, the Aeon Disc backing out yet again, and it looks like they are going to take down that DP. So it looked bad, but it still works.
Yeah, I mean, that was strategically perfect from OpTic. The decision-making there, the way they set up around the Roshan pit, they smoke in, they kill the Lion, they get the first pick, and then they set up for the Roche. And they're not just all in on the Roche. Zai makes a great call. The second he sees the Bat Rider on that cliff with his Observer Ward, the Bat's like, oh, they see me, I'm going to deward this. He just jumps in, chucks an urn on him, he prevents the Bat Rider from blinking in. So when Shaker goes in for that Roche contest, there's no Bat Rider. He's taken out of the fight thanks to the Tusk. So Earthshaker doesn't manage to kind of get the follow-up he needs. Weaver is getting controlled very well. Big misplay from Pycat, but you know, those chronos happen. Sometimes you're just going to airball one. Sometimes you're chroning your team. Doesn't matter because they made such a good strategic play leading up to it that they could get away with a mistake like that and still come out on top with an Aegis, several kills, and they're looking a whole lot better all of a sudden.
Definitely. Testament to the fact that this is a lineup that's not just the Chronosphere. It's all the other parts that you got on it. And right now, a big part of that is going to be these 3/3 birds and Zai's sort of beginnings of initiations. It is an MKB on Weaver. They've got a lot of damage on the side of VGJ.Thunder. And
I was kind of all in, not having buyback, but that's going to affect VGJ. Visage still popping the net worth here, about to hit level 25. Vice kicking in as well as his next big item pickup.
Man, he's a big guy. So bottom lane, pressuring in again. Weaver just TPs down there as well as OpTic. And like they're close. Again, almost 25 on 3/3, not quite there.
They want to fight around this next chrono. See, it's one of those things like even if he gets 25, I don't know if you want to resummon right away because it puts it on cooldown. You'd almost rather just say, oh, I'm going to have 3 birds and then after I use the stuns or after I lose a bird or 2, you might resummon. He's got level 25 in the extra familiar, but I think you want to wait to make sure. If there's no fights for a little while, then yeah, you just summon, start resetting the cooldown, but he is going to not immediately use it.
And I wonder if OpTic, again, feeling pretty good about the way that this couple of minutes have gone, are going to try and push the tempo as the smoke does come out.
You betcha, yeah. Exactly the call. Yang's kind of fireflying over the trees, seeing what's there, checking if there's any observer wards on those cliffs as well. It's OpTic who may catch him by surprise. Oh, he just warded in plain sight, though.
Oh,
I say that he doesn't know that, but...
Right. Yeah, VGJ.Thunder realized, all right, there's somebody over there. We got to be careful. They blink out with DDC as well, and maybe some slow pressure going on the tower. The creep wave isn't there, though.
That ward just appears. You've got the sentry there. Luckily, VGJ.Thunder had the sentry with the op, so they see the ward getting planted, and that kind of reveals the smoke there, which is a bit unlucky for OpTic Gaming.
Well, and DP now, also, you know, you've got this Solar Crest on Zai, or rather the Spirit Vessel on Zai, so could be a bit of an issue as well.
Yeah. Normally you see like a BKB or something on a Death Prophet, but opting for all these other armor items, defensive items to deal with the physical damage, which is probably the bigger threat than the Spirit Vessel. Spirit Vessel will negate a lot of that healing, and here go OpTic looking to break through the Thunder base.
Yeah, and Fade, again, he can jump in on this one if he wants to, but it is so many creeps and everything else that he might just explode while he tries to go for it. Birds attacking the high ground. They've got the creeps there as well, the siege, and it's going to be a tier 3 down.
Yep. Let the birds do it. Don't commit any heroes here. Even though the carries are BKBs, don't want to do anything that's too dicey.
And they do have that resummon now if they want to use it.
Yep. Only 2 birds, so he might consider it. 2 down to 2. There we go. The dewarding the vision of VGJ2. Now they can't jump the
They're thinking about it though. Yang looking for that opening. He's going to go for it. They have that Andis though, ready to proc it, and well, they draw him in, but don't deal the damage as of yet. There's the Hex to follow up. Pycat is able to find the Chronosphere. There's no exorcism out at this point, but Pycat taking so much damage right now. He needs a time walk away from this one, but the Mask of Madness meant that he couldn't. Meanwhile, the Witch Doctor ultimate starting to take down Freeze. He gets the Eul Scepter lift up. Echo Slam to turn it yet again, but Fade is gone. It's too much healing, too much survivability, and OpTic take down a lane of Rax.
Those birds just demolish them. The full lane of Rax claim there. Great positioning and play from OpTic, just putting the birds and the Visage on the front lines. He gets lassoed, but they don't care. He's got an Aeon Disc. When you're lassoing a hero that has an Aeon Disc, that's a serious problem, and they're not done.
Oh my god, look at the damage coming out. It just completely dismantles VGJ, and now they've got the stuns. They got the catch. Sylar going to fall. Dead for 100 seconds, no buyback, and OpTic taking this game. My goodness. Do they need to leave at all?
They need to leave.
GG, it's over.
They do need to leave. You're right. VGJ, they tap out, and they're on their feet. Quinn is feeling it after that one.
Oh, look at him. That's his new...
They just took game 2, but I think they felt under a
Radiant's middle tower. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
In terms of damage dealing, Winter, as you were saying later on, it's not the force to be reckoned with that it used to be at insta-gibbing whoever is.
Shaker.
Yeah.
Radiant team
He did
Oh,
a really,
well,
I mean,
never mind.
he did a really good job. So
Yeah.
Okay.
can't wait for another game of amazing fissures, amazing echo slams.
I mean, it makes the initiation, something that we've seen a lot of teams struggle with, makes the initiation so much easier.
Yeah. But it doesn't make sieging high ground that much
And
easier.
Sure.
he doesn't bring damage to the table as well. So you need the other heroes to fill in those blanks.
They don't have to worry about a brute pick. Something that VGJ.Thunder have struggled with.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if 33 is still okay with it because he plans on winning the game with a Brood in like 30 minutes before Shaker can really even get that like Blink Dagger online.
Alright, so we got a Shaker and a Tusk. Both heroes fulfilling about the same role. One a little bit more team fight than the other. What hero did we want to pair up with it? Previously, we had Death Prophet and Razor as combos with these two
You
heroes.
don't really want to put DP here because of AA.
Yeah, they didn't ban out AA this time. They respect ban 33's Visage. Bounty Hunter has been consistently banned out.
If they pick, I think if they pick Underlord, OpTic would pick Razor. They just go back for the Lion. So,
Safe pick.
is this the third game of Lion?
Yes, it is.
Lion all day long.
Why not? If it works. I mean, it worked one game.
Okay, fine. The last game wasn't his fault. You know, more of the Weaver, the hero being
I don't know.
very
He
limited.
died, and then it all started going downhill. for
That is
OpTic.
the player's fault, not the hero's
No,
fault.
I am a big believer in correlation equals causation.
Okay.
No, Nahaz would be frothing at the mouth if he heard me say that.
You're just doing that to tilt the old man. Looks are deceiving.
the heck color?
You're kind of an old soul, Winter. I feel that term is
I would
used.
say yes.
Yeah.
Radiant
Alright.
team
OpTic, will they go for their 5 position as well? No, they will not. They will secure themselves a Dragon Knight.
They're confiscating good picks from CCNC.
Yeah.
He had the chance in game 1, blew it.
Well,
he
it
blew
means
it.
that we'll probably see a troll ban as well.
Haha, ban
Is that
AA.
a Thunder?
Ban AA. OpTic is like, you want DP? Sure. But they ban the Raze out first. Won't be surprised if DP gets removed next, because VGJ.Thunder has the next pick selection.
Still have PPD's Rubik available.
Rubik doesn't feel like a hero that.
I mean, when there's a lion on the enemy team,
5 seconds remaining.
That's a Venoban. They're hovering over it. We did see the Venomancer successful in the first,
got banned out in the second game.
despite losing.
I think they played really well because 33 plays the hero too, so it's kind of like a sexy pick for them. And like I said, it's very important right now in the meta to have the hero that carries all the team items. You have the pipe, the mag, the crimson, whatever the team. Like a really good hero in the lane.
Remaining.
Surprised that he hasn't been given Tide like very much recently, because he used to be very, very big on
Tide
Tide.
because the problem with Tide is the cooldown. Like
Yeah.
he can't really fight all the time. That's why
Radiant
teams have been
team
shying away. We did see Tide being picked like as a replacement to Underlord doing games.
Right.
But he doesn't feel as strong as picks. Oh, they actually didn't ban DP.
They did not. They went for the
So
OD
what is the
instead.
plan? I'm sure they're gonna have a good plan for this. Yeah,
They have to. This
they
was
did-
an obvious pick. They have to
Ah.
have something in mind. They can't go for the Visage again. That was first ban.
10 seconds remaining.
Isaac?
Could go for a Broodmother now.
Not
5
yet.
seconds remaining.
Would you still go for a Brood even if you're against an
I
Earthshaker?
really don't mind against the Shaker matchup that much,
No?
because like a lot of the times you're not even near your
It's
spiders.
the early game. You're
Yeah,
gonna ruin.
right.
You're
It's
gonna ruin the early
You gotta
game.
beat Broodmother in the laning phase, and Shaker does absolutely nothing. In fact, Fissure's more of a liability because Broodmother can just path over it.
But Brood seems like tempting though. If Thunder picks like a weaker another core that doesn't lane well against Brood,
Right.
and you know you're not gonna get it like a last pick
No,
thing
you're not.
anymore. Thunder is never gonna let that happen. So we'll see whether Thunder's next core is susceptible to the Brood pressure. But the Cotter here, being picked up by...
Like you suspected because of the Night Stalker ban.
Yeah. Picked up by OpTic here, so they might consider like some maybe Kotor, Beastmaster, like really strong dual lane pressure Thunder's safe lane.
10 seconds remaining.
Makes it very hard for like carries to farm. Is that Lifestealer? Lifestealer probably one of the better ones to survive the lane.
Wait, this is a PPD Kotal.
No,
right?
it's going to be a Zycotl, I'm pretty sure.
Is it a PPD Tusk?
That's what I'm thinking.
I would want Kotor to have more farm.
Right.
I would. Yeah, that's true. Because I want him to get an axe, get that vision up.
Yeah, it was in Game 3 versus their Fnatic series that they went for the
Baden.
Zycotl.
You like a Baden?
Not bad. You have a save for DP. That's what you generally like to have when you have this hero that wants to go in first.
The hero that builds all the team items.
Yeah, the team items, and you can remove. You can debuff the stun from DK, the mana leak from Kotal.
5 seconds.
Assuming he doesn't go Radiance.
I mean, you can go Radiance if you're fat, if you're farm.
Right.
Come into Radiance.
But a lot of Abaddons feel like they beat their head against the wall to complete a Radiance when...
Ooh, it's
That's
Alright,
true.
then.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Brute is really tempting, and you know you're never gonna get it at the last pick.
Right.
So you just take a gamble, pick it now.
All right, so they have one pick to prepare for this Brood. How do you deal with Brood early in the lane? You
It's gonna
you
be-
gotta beat her in the lane, right?
It's either Sylar or a Freeze Hero, because Death Prophet can
10
flex.
seconds remaining.
Of
Gyrocopter is available, but again, not
Gyro's
that great.
awful at the start.
Yeah, yeah. It's all about
Gyro's,
the
like,
laning phase.
awful. You need like some like tight...
Bristleback.
Bristleback's okay. Like some tight hero, tight underlord. But the thing is, like, if you do like the tight underlord kind of hero, then the Abaddon has to buy like
Yeah.
Radiance to sort of fulfill the fact that you don't have a carry. But the thing is, like, against Brute, you just need to survive. If you can survive the laning phase, you get past that stage, and you sort of like just need to control the first rush, and after that, Brute can start to fall off. It's about surviving the early game. If you can do that against Brute, you'll be fine.
Could do Timber Saw.
Timber Saw's okay against Brute, and there's a DK.
Is there no carry hero that can deal with the Brood?
Well, it would be a core Timber Saw, so like you'd give
I mean,
it to...
I think what she meant was like a
Like
carry
a-
hero,
like a right-click carry.
Yeah, right click.
The list is very short. It's pretty much just Bristleback. It's the only one that I ever feel confident in.
And I wouldn't count that as a carry.
Right.
I think Timber Saw's not bad. The mana leak is gonna be annoying, but you have a better.
Aphotic Shield.
Yeah, then you can just build a Lotus. I could see it working. It's not bad. Because they will have like a front line. They will have pure damage. They will have physical damage. Then Abaddon goes Radiance.
Yeah.
I think that I see a nice balance of damage across their lineup.
Also, as weird as it sounds, I've gotten bopped as Broodmother in a Storm Spirit matchup before, and they have minimal catch on the side of OpTic Gaming. But
Sorry.
that may just be because I'm bad at Broodmother.
The couples making fun of the single people. That's not me. People there.
Yeah, I see the ring on your finger.
I did not make fun of you. Come on. Give me a break. So for OpTic, because they're looking for... Piker can play the DK. It might be like a...
They pretty much
Hero.
always send Brood mid though, and I don't know if be keen to...
That's what they do. They switch the lanes though. Like
Right.
this
Team pick.
off lane is some other hero.
And it's a troll.
So
CNC is
offlane
DK. Offlane DK.
Yeah.
Safe lane troll mid. Can you
Not
afford...
bad.
So maybe it is a PPD coddle, because can you afford to have a greedy coddle when you have a Broodmother on your team?
Yeah. Hard to say though. I think they both play the hero. I remember watching people play Kotal before, like in pubs, in other official games. I'm sure he can. It's about which hero you feel like can give more resource. But when I look at the 3 cores, probably not gonna have any resource for the supports.
Yeah,
Troll, Brute,
exactly.
DK.
Every single jungle creep is going to be claimed.
Oh, this is tough, man.
Yeah, they're
This is
burning through
really
reserve
tough.
time. ROTK is really running through the roster right now. You got 5 seconds left. I think Timber's...
Be a puck instead.
Oh man, this is
Oh.
not the pick, I don't think.
That is a freeze puck.
It's
That
a
means-
free puck for this Broodmother, am I right?
Abaddon has to buy Radiance. There is no other way.
That's a lot of gold, Winter.
Yeah, it is a Sylar Abaddon.
They have this kind of like heavy team fight. Park Earthshaker DP, so they have team fight, they have wave clear.
Yeah.
They don't really have a lot of carry because of how their lineups work, but they can compensate by making a Baron, just buy Radiance. You are the boss.
And fight.
Yeah, I mean farm first. You have to
Farm first, but
farm first, fight later. He has to farm a lot this game.
all right.
But
How are
I
they gonna
feel,
do it?
But I feel like the Brood Mother is like, oh my god. Fuck.
10 seconds.
Good
Wow.
brood game. You go for brood.
It's a good Brood game, and they have Troll, and they have like DK, they have like Cash, they have good late game. So I think OpTic has this. They call them off guard with the fourth pick Brood Mother.
Know what I mean?
Normally, I'm not a big fan of anything but 9th or 10th pick Broodmother, but for some reason, I guess ROTK felt it not necessary to hard counter the Brood, which is usually the approach that we see. I'm gonna go OpTic and 33's Broodmother.
You know, both, like, I think most of the predictions, the one that I picked, loses, so I don't want to jinx it. Meaning I won't be doing a prediction right now. Don't want to jinx any team.
Thanks, Shiva.
It is over
Thank
to
you.
Miracle and God to hear what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Sheever. We got predictions. It's all coming up OpTic, apparently. The Brood Mother, it's a pretty freaking good hero. Not a lot of reserve time left when they pick that puck. And you said yourself that it's going to be a Yang as well.
In the last few seconds. No, they have swapped. Yang is back on Abaddon.
Okay,
we're
so
good.
they're switching it up.
That was a bit of a surprise. I was like, are they doing carry Abaddon? Like, that doesn't sound too great. Puck as the last pick against Brood also doesn't sound amazing. Not a bad hero versus Brood, but definitely not a good hero versus Brood. The game plan when you see that Brood pick is almost always, if you have a pick left, counter the Brood. Get that hero that beats Brood or does not get overrun. Imbecile that Winter mentioned, I kind of like the Sven. I think that's a carry that actually deals very well with the Brood. I have flashbacks to a game where Mushi played Sven mid and just crushed the Brood. I think there were options that they could have gone for as Brood counters, but I think they also felt like, you know, we picked this Abaddon, that's a offlane, and most of those Brood counters come out of the offlane, so they didn't want to get another kind of 3 position.
Yeah, and this is a hero that at least, if you can manage to get through that initial phase of just, you know, the monstrosity that is a Brood Mother.
He's dancing mid. Oh, can't see that on the camera, but he just goes mid, shows himself at the tower, and does his little taunt.
Nice. The classic, getting their heads right at the start. But yeah, it feels like this is a hero that at least it's going to give them team fight options. And that's something that VGJ.Thunder kind of has in spades.
Yeah, they love to get big team fight drafts, really around the Death Prophet drafts that they do. We'll see Sylar on Death Prophet, which was what I think most of us wanted to see last game for VGJ.Thunder. Just do better when he's on kind of those more tempo heroes. The Weaver, not a bad look from Sylar. He played pretty well. It was just kind of limited in what he could do. So we'll see if he has better luck with his game him on Death Prophet.
Heading down here to the bottom lane with Mr. DDC. They are going to be able to zone out those heroes. And in the meantime, it's also going to be a rune picked up as Pycat isolated. They've already used Fissure though, so he should be fine.
Not hiding the fact that Brood's made OpTic, just drop a web and like, I'm coming mid, who wants some? Not really one of those games where you've got a Brood. If you pick a Brood counter, you have to make sure you try and get that lane matchup, which is maybe where Thunder just said, let's just pick a hero that is not going to force Brood to swap lanes, so we can just have like maybe a more even-ish mid matchup. How things go there as a result.
Yeah, you can see here as well, VGJ.Thunder going to get the creep pull. That's always what we see. And bottom lane, Breathe Fire, as well as eventually some Chakra Magic. But right now it's Illuminates and right clicks from Zai. This is a tough old lane for VGJ.Thunder.
They're tri-laning. They know Death Prophet. You know, this is not a strong laning here, particularly when you're sharing experience. And this lane never pushes out. It feels like Sylar has just made free kill for them. So TPD is lurking around this bottom lane. Both supports are just giving Pycat a straight up 1v1 up top, which is him just fine, assuming it stays that way, which it may not. But even an Earthshaker, not a super scary roaming here. An Earthshaker comes to your lane, the Fissure block can be dangerous, but that's really about all he's got.
Yeah, no, actually able to get the ward. They wrap around here on a DDC, and they will TP away from those shards.
My favorite against Earthshaker Dust. Oh, let's just TP a couple feet.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of which, Pycat, see you later.
A couple meters. Right back in the lane. Let's put your TP on cooldown. That's where if you die right after doing that, you're in terrible spot, as you do not want to have to walk back to lane.
Well, on 3-3 so far, does have about even CS with the puck. So when people talk about Brood counters, it's often like being able to deal with the spiders. What is it that you have to worry about in this one as 3-3?
He brings in a little spider right.
That's Orb used. Freeze in a ton of trouble. That's first blood drawn by 3-3.
Tsunami said, Breeze a bit free in this mid lane as 33. No, he's a Brood player. He has his Spiderlings and Spiderites split up. He doesn't bring the little baby spiders into lane until the nukes have been used. The second Puck used those nukes, he rests the spiders, dives the tower, and Puck just had no right diving in, jaunting like that. I'm not sure what he was thinking, whether it was a misplay. Brood pick has just gotten into VGJ's heads. They're having flashbacks to what it's done to them before, because not what he was hoping to achieve there.
And you know, you talk about Spiderites or things. When I see this hero, I didn't even realize for a long time that they had different HP values. But yeah, those ones significantly less tanky and able to get them away from there and still do a ridiculous amount of damage. A little bit of a pause here as trying to figure out what needs to happen next. I don't know, as far as like lane switch-ups or anything like that, is there anything that you can do as VGJ.Thunder?
And you pick the Puck to lane against the Brood. That hero is not being swapped around. Side lanes look okay. Like Yang is having a good time up top. He decent amount of pressure onto Pycat, so you're pretty happy with how top's going. I think you're looking more at the Shaker roaming around. He may have to come mid, possibly for a gank, although not really sure the Puck has the damage. He's not getting any points in the phase shift here. He's just looking to nuke down Spiderlings. With the help of a Fissure, he definitely can. I say that. Spells aggressively once again. He needs to be careful mid.
Top lane, they get the kill onto Yang as well. Just shards, easy peasy. And Sylar taking some right clicks here as well. DDC is going to interrupt any extra action coming their way from OpTic. And meanwhile, again, it's just the constant spam of mana. He's already got a lot of regen from his passive. Be happy as a clam.
I think from kind of glancing over at mid lane, the idea dealing with the Brood is that you've got a Fissure to set up Puck spell. Fissure doesn't kill the spiders, but it sets up the Puck nukes, and normally the problem is Puck can't kill the spiders because they're too fast. You can't throw your nuke, he's going to dodge it, but with a Fissure it kind of guarantees that you land your spells.
Yang, OpTic shield, kicks off the slow, coming from those whirling axes, and he backs away again. DDC has found Zai off to the side. Fade moving in as well. Mid lane, they were diving there for the Puck. He manages to escape, but back bottom, they are still chasing, and it looks like Zai will escape.
Oh, man, that's kind of bad news for the Puck. He's going to be pushed back to lane, and Bruce just said, well, time to take over your side of the map. He's behind the tower, creep skipping. He wants to probably, once he has a few more points in web, set up those webs to access the jungle camps as well. Tough lane, 33, get further and further ahead.
Yeah, you take a look at all of the CS across the board, and it is pretty much into the favor of OpTic. It is, you know, the Puck that's up on top with 33, but I think some of those are spiders as he actually jaunts back. There's a web over there, but 33 not able to get close enough.
Yeah, he hasn't connected the webs. That was earlier one that he used, and find a new web, which he doesn't want to replace right now on the Radiant side of the river. That's where he really wants to move his webs. This web back by his tower is kind of a lost cause.
Yang, level 4, so obviously no ulti. Slowed down, OpTic shield, not enough mana. Does have a mango, but it's still on cooldown, and he is going to die yet again. Cat down.
Yeah, 2 deaths up there. The rotation from the PPD support Tusk. Seeing PPD become a very active support player. Last game on the Rubik. Now showing what he can do on the Tusk as well. Very good for OpTic here. Already a 2,000 plus gold lead here, just 5 minutes in.
Yeah, and you can see as well that the Puck trying to do whatever possibly can on freeze to deal with this. They have the nukes maxed out, but it's still not enough to kill off those spiders, and 3-3 just diving, and there is not really a great answer, although they do have a rotation coming in from the line as well as the Earthshaker. They missed the Fissure, the turnaround. They're trying to take this guy down. The Hex is going to be there, but the spiders can turn now on to freeze. 3-3 going to fall, but might find the kill and turn. If they can manage to chase down this Puck, the silence, it's going to be there. Is enough damage to get the kill. They do feed away some spiders, but still, they get something in return.
Let him down a bit there. That Fissure missing, unfortunate. And I think 3-3 finally realized, like, this guy doesn't have phase shift. He's been throwing out his nukes, maximizing his damage output. And without the phase shift, it means you can actually use that spawn Spiderlings nuke aggressively to go for that kill on Puck. And that was a bit too far, underestimating just how tanky and hard to kill that Puck was going to be.
Definitely. He is going to pick up an Arcane Rune now, but Broodmother back into the lane as well. Still hasn't been able to do a ton of damage yet to that mid tower, rather take it down yet. But it looks like 3-3 is going to be going for the Medallion build, possibly into an early Roche.
It feels like they've controlled the Brood enough. We haven't seen Brood run over the lanes just yet. Bottom lane.
Yeah, they have found CC&C, and all the magic damage in the world from that very aggressive build on Freeze means they can kill him.
The Arcane Rune giving him short cooldowns, he can go right back to this mid lane. And yeah, Brood's not completely snowballing. This like level 6-7 Brood is often something that just gets completely out of control. They even have the Abaddon, who's a Aphotic Shield now, level 3, they feel is high enough level. He can go mid to get some experience. It's not even feeling to necessarily immediately go back to mid lane, although as Brood dives, he may have to.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage, but the shield's going to pop. He's able to dodge away from the nuke. The silence is going to be there as well, and 3-3. Be careful as they've rotated in the Shaker as well, trying to dodge away. He's sort of pump faking away, and his Spiders actually lived through this. And meanwhile, bottom lane, they end up finding a big kill there onto Zai as the Exorcism was popped. 3-3 able to dodge away from the gank, but they will kill off another. So DDC goes down, 1 for 1.
Yeah, Sylar doesn't really have the levels as a safe laner. Can't use any more Spirit Siphons, but he does get the initial kill, and it was the 1 for 1. Fade finding it very difficult to land first. It's such a long wind-up to cast the spell that
Is under attack.
gonna have to cancel it. Brood so fast in those webs with his Spiderlings that he's able to just guarantee that Spiderling armor. He was going for the Spiders more than the actual hero there. I think he just wanted to set the puck up to nuke them down once again.
And back again towards mid. This entire time it's been done with just the Spider. Now they bring in the Tusk, and Yang fully encapsulated in the Fissure as well as the Shards, and they're chasing forward for more. Realize that they can't really do it. Coil snaps, and that's a dead Brood.
Yep. Yeah, this Brood pick is not proving to be the unstoppable problem that perhaps some of us thought it would be, but
Oh, good snowball there. And Freeze. Shards, they connect. The Spiders, oh, he's getting punched. He's starting to fall down low, but the shield might be enough to keep him alive. And in fact, these couple of Spiders right here, he dodges away from the Enchant Totem. They get him the kill right there as well with the Coddle Blast.
Tower is under attack.
Die from a million miles away.
yeah. And that's the scary thing I think right now with where OpTic's draft is at, is that it's actually not all about the Brood. You know, they had that last Brood game where it was. That Brood ran over mid lane, solo carried the game. This time around, it's Troll, it's DK. They're top 2 in the net worth chart. Brood's been the sole focus of VGJ's rotations, and this has led to DK and Troll having a very free time. They've had more or less free farm in their respective lanes, and both of those two heroes are pressuring their tower. Both have almost taken a T1 tower in the side lane.
Really impressive stuff. The ultimate in space created. And VGJ, they do get found again here. The Illuminate Blast, Yang trying to back away. CNC still pressuring. They also have the Snowball over there and have been able to find DDC's Lion, who's stuck again, caught by OpTic, and they will find the support kill.
Kill for CCNC's Dragon Knight, who do well in this off lane, and will go back in for this tower with the corrosive damage.
Bottom tower is
See
under
this tier 1 tower be the first to fall. That's Troll with heroes coming back to the top lane, unable to take his, but he's got a Demon Edge already. He's looking for that fast Battle Fury this game, feeling like the space the Brood's creating is, you know, enough to get away with a greedy build, and it sure feels like it. He's almost level 10. He's been solo, so tons of experience, not just farm, going his way.
And there's a giant Spider army that we have on 3-3 as well, as it looks like VGJ is going to try and rotate towards the top, see if they can find the punish onto that Troll Warlord, who is over by his shrine in mid. They're down bottom, CCNC just going to pressure again until somebody comes and contests him. In fact, Abba was in some trouble, doesn't have his ultimate up, and he's going to get snowballed and, well, almost killed. DDC with the rotation, though, makes that work. And they get Yang out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What great play from him.
Middle
Oh,
tower is under
PPD.
You can see
They're looking. There's a TP away
gave him.
attempted, and they are going to fall, it looks like. Meanwhile, top lane, they get the Exorcism kill onto Pycat as well.
PPD just gave him his TPs. He's like, I'm dying, you're in the trees, you have no TP. Like, I think Quint's just like, I have no TP, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And PPD to the rescue. What a selfless support player.
What a guy.
is under attack.
Get his buddy Quinn out of there, but elsewhere on the map, VGJ are taking the top tier 1 tower. They did get the troll kill. That's what they kind of head up there to do, and that kill plus a tower is an extra freebie for them, which is gonna shut down that top farmer. They had probably seen that Demon Edge for quite some time and must have been on their mind that, you know, this Brood, he's not going to carry this game like he did the last one. The Troll is the hero to worry about, so be a bit reassured with that kill.
And OpTic here, they're going to push again. They did just see the ABBA ulti pop on a creep camp, as they do have a ward in this area. So VGJ be anticipating something different, but nonetheless it is going to be another Illuminate Blast. Towers being pressured all over the freaking map as Brood took that tier 1 mid. Now the wraparound coming again as they have eyes on PPD, tries to get the block off, but there's a bigger block off coming from that Earthshaker. And PPD just has to sit there, accept his fate. Snowball, Swamp, run away. But yeah, they force out another Spirit Siphon at least.
Yep. Radiant Ward saw him coming up, so taking advantage of their vision here. Perhaps tells Peter that there was a ward around that area, but it was that ward was getting about close to expiry anyways. So we're going to sail down here as OpTic maintain a very strong lead across the 3 cores out of the laning stage. 5k gold lead at 12 minutes. Decent for them.
And Battle Fury done for the Troll Warlord. And the Helm of the Dominator also done for the Broodmother, which we've seen time and again be just an incredibly potent pickup for all of that attack speed.
Yeah, right now OpTic's just using the map a lot better. They're farming their entire jungle on the right side and left side. They're farming the entire bottom bit of the map. They're farming mid when it comes to their tier 1 tower. It just feels like they're getting a lot more access to the resources available to them, while Thunder kind of playing more reactionary, which they're kind of fed up with. They're going to smoke up and say, look, we got that kill top, that was nice with the tower, but we need more. We want some bigger fish to fry.
Finger of Death available for DDC as they drop down a ward in the jungle. The wraparound coming, they find themselves a Zai, he's gone. It happens in an instant.
Painful. It wasn't the perhaps big core they wanted, but it's still a farming 4, and also I think the tower they wanted, and it will be a core.
Yeah, CC&C jumped on here as well. They get the Exorcism out, and that's popped for the tower and more.
Yeah, that was poor positioning from DK. You just saw the Coddle go down behind the tower to those exact heroes, and the fact he sticks around to get initiate on there is a bit silly and unnecessary of him. They should just let the tower go down, farm the sides of the map, give Pycat some space to take this tier 1 tower as he's going to do. As it gets glyphed, he may go back in for it, but also may feel a bit unsafe doing so. Dying there was definitely the aim.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what OpTic decide to do next as they're hanging around the map. But VGJ.Thunder, it feels like they've got some momentum underneath them for the first time in a while in this game. What do they do at this point now?
Get Shaker's Blink, go for another move when you've got Exorcism again, and keep finding these pigs. If you can.
Zai? He's pretty quick. He's a fast little guy. 19 HP and a point booster saves his life. Well, Pycat kills off Sylar.
Yeah, Troll plus Tusk kill, like in the top lane. There's some profit. Get away from that one.
Well, looks like Snowball Bash and then a big old punch to the face. I guess that's all it takes.
Yeah, but what they're looking to do is play fast tempo. Every Exorcism they want to go and take a team fight, try smoke if they can, or go for a pick into a push. Take Roshan fairly early. They've taken 2 of the 3 outer towers, but they took the 2 tier 1s that are closest to Rosh. So they're in a pretty decent place to take control of the map around the Rosh pit and perhaps even set themselves up for securing that pretty early on. Abaddon's gone for a very team-oriented build with the fast medallion, which also take Rosh faster.
Definitely.
So I think we will see Thunder just play fast-paced Dota. Their lineup does not scale. Death Prophet Puck, this is not a late-game draft of theirs. Abaddon can go for a Radiance to kind of make up for their limited late game, but they ideally want to be having the better mid-game. And going to go straight into another smoke here.
Yeah, this is really big. Blink Dagger on both the Earthshaker as well as the Puck, although Abba not with the rest of his team right now. Not sure if it's going to end up mattering as the Broodmother going now onto Sylar. They pop the pipe as well, turning to try and take that fight. And in the Dream Coil, it's going to be caught over there to the side. They haven't been able to find that kill onto PPD. Instead, they take down the DP and now chasing forward for more freeze. To get out of there, but the Echo Slam to turn it around and so much damage. Oh my god, Fade made $1.50 and now trying to take down more. Zai hiding off in the trees. They're trying to take down that Puck and they will finally kill him. Fade also eventually falls. So they do take down a couple, but likewise, OpTic striking back and DDC trying to run. CCNC, can he get into range?
Should have the chase. He wants to pop another drums. Even without it, he's a bit faster.
Yeah, Zai chasing this one out as well, but blocking the Earth Spike onto 2, and okay, DDC's just gonna walk away.
Hell will save his life as they back off there. What an slam, but some costly misplays there as the puck went for the Dream Call initiation and completely missed it on the troll. He had vision with the ward and it got de-warded, and he just assumed the troll ran to the north. I think he saw him run off that direction, but he changed path after he was in fog, and as a result, he blinked and coiled nothing at all. Troll was the target there. He's in this place where he's got this Battle Fury Yasha. He's very squishy. They catch him in a coil, he's going to get blown up by the Veil nukes. But instead, they just kind of dived in, didn't kill him off, and elsewhere, the Brood was solo killing this Death Prophet who really needs a way to get away from this Brood. You can't kill the Spiderlings anymore because there's a pipe on 33's Brood, so he's able to pipe them all up. This great green piped up mess just chasing after you, and it was a sad, sad Death Prophet who got chased down. He's got a Shadow Blade queued up on Death Prophet, who's dying in bottom lane as well.
Now Pycat.
Snowball in and easy kill.
It just happens just like that in less than a second, it feels like. And Sylar keeps on going down there. Yang
shouldn't be alone like that at this stage.
And at this point, also Freeze. Well, they turn now onto Yang. The Spider's low after that initial pipe in the fissure might have been enough, but wasn't quite there.
In fact, he can send those Spiderlings in, knowing they're not going to get blown up immediately by a couple of nukes with the pipe. It's really good for 33 to know. He even has the health regen on them that when they get nuked, they quickly heal back up.
Kind of interesting how quickly that Earthshaker got some more money on top of his Blink Dagger. Like, that was the first initial jump, and getting there. He has a full staff of Wizard. Injury up there. Well, jump forward, coil, on to poor old Mr. EPD, who's going to fall yet again. Coil used, though. Maybe into Roche?
Let's say, not the biggest kill in itself, but if we set something up like Roche, that's great for them. Sylar was kind of top. He needs to just play around his game. He's back mid lane, joining up with them, and we'll throw Exorcism and claim Roche. We'll see if OpTic, probably unlikely to contest this one. More likely we see them perhaps fight with Exorcism down. They could go for that like post-Roshan fight.
They did just get Caudalags up and online, which means you can kind of see it, but it's still tough. Maybe they can go for a snipe or something.
DK has a blink. Feel necessary. I think you can just give this one up.
Oh, blinding light out.
Tried to push him around, but yeah. Pycat's bottom. He's probably telling his team, until I BKB, we just don't team fight. That really has to be the call. If you're the most farm carry on your team, similar farm to the Brood, but it really is the Troll who's going to be the late game carry of this team. So until he is BKB, I don't think OpTic want to force any team fights. They're well ahead in terms of overall farm right now. This Aegis isn't necessarily going to cause them too many problems.
Definitely. 7,000 net worth lead, like you were talking about, very much ahead. And normally they talk about Broodmother being a hero that falls off, but it feels like in this lineup, it's much more about that Troll Warlord having that Battle Fury and eventually going to scale.
Yeah, he's going to just be able to accelerate his farm. He's slightly ahead of Brood. The fact he can keep up with a Brood is a testament to what this Battle Fury does, since Brood just farms all over the place with Spiderlings in the jungle. Troll will be a good scaling carry as far as being able to man-fight an Abaddon, easily out-carry the likes of a Puck and a Death Prophet. Sylar is also just, all those cores are not really as farmed as you'd like them to be. Looking at the net worth, Troll and Brood are just miles ahead of everyone. Abaddon's got a Radiance queued up, that'll help him continue to farm a little bit, but it's going to come very, very late this game.
Yeah, it feels like if VGJ.Thunder, I guess that there's a couple different timings that they could maybe hit, like if they can they get something done with this Aegis as far as objectives go, or do they just try and farm?
They'd ideally find a team fight, push of some kind. They don't want to just farm. They farm slower. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're not catching up while you farm. This farm discrepancy between the teams is going to get bigger and bigger unless VGJ fight. That's what their lamp's designed to do. They're much more mid-game focused with the Puck, Death Prophet as their two cores, and they're not looking for this game to be dragged out into a farm war.
Well, they place down a ward and go to the spot where people normally farm when they're on the Dire team, around those 3 jungles, but nothing there.
I even like that they show Sylar mid. He doesn't need to smoke because he didn't have Exorcism. He does have a backup now, but they're trying to find these kills without the Death Prophet to be there. And the Abaddon was showing bottom lane, so it was a little cheeky 3-man smoke unit trying to find a single kill with the Finger of Death. Kill presents itself.
Yeah, OpTic doing a good job of sticking together there. VGJ.Thunder. They throw out a veil on the spiders, so now it's pink aura hitting around them. So freaking weird.
Yeah, the spiderlings with effects on them.
Well, OpTic pushing through top. Thunder could potentially find something on the retreat here if OpTic aren't careful.
Yep. StarLadder commits Shadowblade. It's a very unconventional pickup, but he must feel is a way of surviving against the Brood. So the last fight, the Brood just sent his entire army after the Death Prophet tunnel vision on the DP, and Sylar just died. So Shadowblade kind of the answer as far as getting away, but the unconventional for a reason that, you know, it's easily countered. It's Brood can just get a dust or gem on the team. Cuddle's a very likely gem buyer.
The invisibility, invincibility. It's happening. We're doing it. Pro Dota. Well, it's also going to be a Ag's puck in about 1,800 gold. Ooh. But likewise, right now, it's going to be a move to the jungle. Sylar Shadowbladed, Echo Slam, but it's only onto the Brood. 3-3 pops, and BKB turns around. It's going to be able to take this fight if they want to. Fade has already used the Echo Slam. He didn't have the spiders on him. Look at that guy fall. No more webs, so can't chase any further. As it looks like OpTic gonna back out. Oh, Dream Coil finding Zai, CC&C there as well. There's the Hex, the stun, it's onto Zai, trying to run away. They are chasing forward for more though here, and Exorcism already out. It's actually being soaked up a good amount by these spiders, and Pycat turns and finds himself a Yang. Is gonna be the ulti popped. We'll see if they decide to chase for more. They throw out another web, and it looks like the answer is yes. The Fissure to kind of get a little bit of isolation there. They run to the other side with the Broodmother, not going to be able to find that kill. Aegis down, and now they focus down this DP, just gone in an instant. Fade also trying to man up against PPD, but they've got him controlled, and 3-3 going to find that kill. Free says, I don't want to be here anymore, and, well, neither did Sylar, or rather Yang, because he didn't die well.
That's the fight VGJ are meant to and need to win. They have this price factor of the Shadowblade. They used it as a scouting tool to give vision so that they could blink jump the Broodmother. They didn't chain stun it perfectly. She managed to get the BKB off and turn it around and buy some time, and effectively wasted VGJ's initiation. The Echo Slam was used not to do any damage, but purely to be a setup stun for the rest of the team. And like with a Lion follow-up, they should have had more than enough disable to chain stun that Brood, but they just somehow flubbed it, and the ending result is that OpTic win a convincing team fight and suddenly are threatening the high ground. Without X's, this could just be a lane of racks.
This is a huge problem right now. They're going to jump forward, but again, that pipe on Brood, all the regen in the world around them. The tower's starting to fall. They do kill off the spiders, but really, it's the big mama spider that you got to deal with. And they've got the heals that can come from Zai as well if they want, but it looks like they're going to back out now. So VGJ hold on to their tower for now.
Not be taken out of the game here, but put on the back foot as they now fall 13,000 gold behind as OpTic's draft, just the faster farming lineup, really showcasing that with the Brood and the Troll here. Even heroes like Coddle are on par with the core heroes of Thunder. Ags plus 4-staff. They're just getting more out of the map. They're just farming more creeps. Hero kill-wise, very even game, but the creeps are just being eaten up by OpTic.
Oh man, and Abba again caught. They're gonna find the kill on the courier, it looks like as well. Blinding Light pushback with the mana leak. He's in trouble. Fade tries to turn this one. The Fissure is out, but that's gonna be a dead Abba nonetheless as Sylar trying to run away. Looks like he will escape, but now they're down an Abaddon.
Big Spiderling army down bottom if they want to try and threaten the high ground with Abaddon dead.
Pipe out. They do burn through it, but the heal comes through afterwards from Coddle.
Perfect time, yeah.
And, well, VGJ struggling to come up with an answer. Another heal with the Coddle Blast. This is feeling so difficult to deal with.
The cooldown with the Chakram just constant illuminates coming in. 33 has a BKB. Will he get it off though?
Well, again, he gets the heal there from Coddle. CC&C jumps forward. They don't end up going for the stun, but the jump in from Pycat. He has found himself Sylar. Exorcism is out, and Pycat doesn't really care. He's turning on a DUC, wants to get that Lion dead before his BKB runs out, and now running back to join up with the rest of his team. That's a pretty good Dream Coil there. Didn't catch CCNT in it. Yang gonna be controlled as well. Another fissure comes out from Fade. They still have Exorcism go with this one. Blinding Light pushback as well. PPD looking like he is gonna snowball away. Does he get out? The heal is there again from Zai. Shards to try and get away, and a force stab to keep him alive.
Even PPD gets out?
This is insanity. And another mana leak. Yang has to stand still. Sylar gets the ghost back to him with the Shadow Blade, but they can't chase. They can't do anything.
That's just crazy. They got the full lane of racks bottom. They even almost got the melee racks in mid. That's down to half health. OpTic just playing with their food right now, it feels like, with how much they're kiting them around, healing up the spiderlings that are getting nuked. That was with Exorcism and everything. Sylar, the Shadow Blade's not really being countered, it feels like. He was just invis and uses that the second he gets jumped to escape and do damage in Exorcism while he's invis, but it doesn't really seem to matter because he's not doing anywhere near enough damage, and it's not really a problem that the Death Prophet can't be killed when she's not really doing a whole lot in these fights.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know like the number of ghosts that have been hitting on spiders as well and stuff, you know? But nonetheless, it is going to be 27 minutes in, 19,000 net worth lead, and not really feeling like it's going to stop anytime soon. Again, Puck Ags a little bit later down the line could be something that's solid, but they got to win a team fight here, and it's a smoke up from OpTic as they're going to head forward. They have already found the DP, just gone. Can't Shadow Blade away from
double damage room on Pycat, blinks instantly on top. This will be full mid lane of racks.
God, look at the spiders damage. The tier 4 is starting to fall. They don't want to play that much longer. There's 5 games potentially to play in this series, and it looks like game number 3 is going to go to VGJ.Thunder.
Great showing from OpTic, showing they know how to utilize this brood even when it gets focused down a bit, and pseudo didn't go all out with the counter picks, but they definitely, with the way they played it, the way they look to constantly kill off the Spide,